Hey, welcome to the Guaranteed Retirement Guys show. So, today we're going to talk about how to buy an annuity. How exactly would you buy an annuity? Let's say you found the one you wanted and you're not sure how to do it. Well, professionals like myself can help you with that. It's pretty easy. Really, the first thing that I like to do if someone's looking to buy an annuity is I'll get to know them and we just kind of look at your situation. Annuity companies want to know everything about you as well. They want to make sure you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. And it really just kind of depends on what you're looking for. You may decide, hey, fixed annuity is the one for me. I just want to have something that grows better than my bank account. Great. If it's a fixed index annuity, then of course you're looking for much more potential growth and protection, of course, against market downturns, as well as maybe some income guarantees later on. So here's what we would do. Of course, we would sit down, we look at your financial situation, see exactly what you want to invest, and then we'll look at different companies. We'll look at all the companies out there and see what their payouts are. See what the highest income payout is, if that's what you're looking for. Maybe see what the highest rate is if you're looking for the fixed annuity side. And so we'll kind of compare and we'll look at what your time horizon is, if you're looking to take income now versus later. Once we actually narrow down what that annuity is, which one is the best one. And it becomes pretty apparent. It does not take very long to figure it out because my software filters all of them down to the highest payouts, highest rating, if that's what you're looking for, and just highest rates of growth overall. And so what we would do is once we find out the right annuity that is right for you, right for your situation, then we would actually submit an application online. Usually it's done through an e-application and we'll do it on a Zoom call. I'll share my screen. You'll watch me fill it out. I'll be asking you questions that are on the screen, but you'll see me typing it out as well. Once everything is filled in, it usually takes around 45 minutes for me to do this. Once I do that, it is actually automatically submitted to the insurance company. So this application is also an application for, let's say, if you're transferring qualified funds from a 401k or a 403b, for instance, or any of those qualified accounts, even if it's from a Roth 401k or TSP account. All of those go into different buckets. It typically goes into a traditional IRA bucket or a Roth IRA bucket. And that's held at the insurance company. So it's a 1035 exchange. So what happens is we submit the application, the insurance company gets it, and if it's for an IRA, then the only difference is you have that IRA and you have your old 401k. Instead of having stocks, bonds, mutual funds, whatever you have in this, now you just have an annuity inside of this bucket. And it's pretty simple. And so the difference is you have guarantees instead of volatility and risk. Okay. You've got guarantees over here for income. You have decent potential for growth and also guarantees against any type of loss. And so what you're doing is you're submitting the application. It usually will take about a week for them to go through suitability. Suitability is basically where the insurance companies, they want to make sure it's suitable for you. And what I mean by that is they want to make sure that you're not putting all of your money into the insurance company. They want to make sure you have some savings on hand. They want to make sure that you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. Okay. They want to make sure it's suitable for you. They want to make sure, hey, is he looking for income? Is this a replacement for another annuity? And if it is, are there other surrender charges or things that we need to look at that might hurt this customer? So there's a lot of things to look at. But typically, I never submit an application if I know you're not going to pass through suitability, because if that's the case, then I'm not doing my job. So what happens after suitability is that they will actually send over a transfer form to either the surrender company, or if it's a non-qualified account, let's say you're just funding it yourself from your bank account or from a brokerage account, then that's pretty simple. They'll send the transfer form straight to you, and you can either you can fund it through a wire transfer or you can send them a check. But most of the time, people are funding it from their qualified accounts, from their 401k, or maybe a mixture of a 401k, IRA, or 403b. If they're all traditional and they're all tax deferred, then all of those can be transferred into one IRA. And then you can fund an annuity inside of that IRA. And so that process usually will take about a week or two. for the insurance company to approve suitability and then for them to actually send the transfer paperwork to that surrendering company. So that's what they will do. And then the surrendering company usually takes 2 to 3 days to process, and then they will mail the check or wire the funds, and then it hits your new account. Now, one other step that I also like to do is I like to get on the phone with your 401k company or whoever the surrendering company is and make sure that they don't need any other paperwork. Because a lot of times they will want more paperwork. So it really depends on who you're working with. They might want you to sign their own paperwork. They might be able to initiate the transfer over the phone. And sometimes they'll say, hey, we'll accept the transfer paperwork. We don't need anything from our end. But we really don't know unless we call them together. And so typically I will spend 15 minutes on hold, get them on the line, and then I will conference call you in, and they verify you and make sure it's okay to talk with me. And then I explain to them, hey, we're going to transfer money from this account to their new IRA account over at this company. What do you need from us? What do you need my client to do? Do they need to fill out any other paperwork? Do they need to get on the online portal and fill something out there? Can you initiate this over the phone? And then at that point, they will let us know what they need. And then we go from there. So what I do is I like to take care of this whole thing for you, but I still like you to be there so you can see what's going on. It's your money, and I want to make sure that that you're comfortable with the process, because that's important. You've been saving this money for your entire life, and you're looking for safety, and also there's a trust factor involved. And so I think it's important that we do it together. So we'll do the application together. We'll call the surrendering company together. And then, of course, the insurance company will send the transfer paperwork straight to them, and then they will send the money to them, which is a 1035 exchange, meaning that there's no withdrawal, which means you're not having tax penalties if it's a tax deferred account. Of course, if it's a Roth, then it doesn't matter. It's tax free anyways. But it's still an exchange from one account to the other, so that once you start taking income or whatever you use that annuity for, comes out according to whatever that bucket, the rules stipulate, whether it's a Roth or a traditional IRA. Yeah, the process is pretty straightforward. I like to take care of it for you, but I still like you to see what I'm doing while I do it. Anyways, I would say a good rule of thumb, 3 to 4 weeks is probably how long it takes. Sometimes it takes longer. There are carriers where it will take a long time, especially right now. A lot of them are back. They're backlogged. There's so many people trying to get into these because rates are so good. And so because of that, sometimes it will take longer. But for the most part, I would say 3 to 4 weeks. That's what it takes. So anyways, if this is something you want to, take a look at, or if you want me to look at your financial situation, look at your income sources and see, how much you would actually need to invest to plug the hole or fix the income gap with an annuity, I'd be happy to do that for you. And then, of course, you already know how the process goes. It is pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. I do this with many, many companies, and I'm happy to help you with it as well. And just let me know if you got questions. Reach out to me. Go to my website. Give me a call. I'm happy to help how I can.